Hey friends, I'm Ashley and welcome to Ash's Cozy Corner. There's some really cool things happening in the cozy community that we need to talk about. It ranges from an idle farming game for your computer, the cutest dragon plushie I have ever seen, and a new showcase coming up to show off new releases in the cozy gaming community. That is not all, of course, but be prepared. Every single time I do one of these news videos, I'm so excited for everything, so if I'm a little bit extra, that's why. The first news we're going to talk about has me absolutely stoked because you all know I have a farming sim addiction and I have never heard of anything like this. Rusty's Retirement just released its first trailer and it is so good. If you haven't heard of Rusty's Retirement, thank goodness you have now. Rusty's Retirement is an idle farming game that plays on the bottom of your screen. Plant crops, produce biofuel, and automate. A relaxing idle farming simulator that sits at the bottom of your screen while you do other things. Rusty is the cute little robot who's going to be doing all of the farm work while you work on other things for real life. You'll be able to expand your farm and build an entire team of robots to help Rusty continue to plant, water, and harvest as your farm grows. This little idle farming game gets even better as you can zoom it in or out or even turn on focus mode, which will slow down crop production. Honestly, I'm a little scared this might distract me instead of helping me work, but either way, I'm definitely gonna have this up on my computer because it is too cool. Rusty's Retirement has a planned release date for Q1 of 2024, so definitely not that long to wait, and I'll see how distracted I get with it. Next up is Project Real, a game I didn't include in my Cozy Games releasing in January video because this is releasing this month in early access, not a full release. So a news video is the perfect place to let you all know about it. Project Real is a game where you shape your virtual life. Choose professions, build authentic relationships, and explore a wide, vibrant world full of fascinating NPCs. Face challenges, explore stunning landscapes, and live a completely virtual life full of unique adventures. Project Real is a pixel art life sim with a focus on being able to choose from a variety of careers and opportunities. There's a few different ones mentioned, like being a fishing expert, running your own restaurant, creating your own jewelry, and even more. There's currently over 33 NPC residents on Serena Island to meet, and every action you take with them can influence your life. This looks like a really cute pixel game with graphics that remind me of playing Pokemon as a kid, so I really hope it does good and continues to grow as a game. Now, we have a few tweets to talk about that were posted on New Year's Day, so let's talk about those real quick. The first tweet was posted by Rune Factory's official account and shows off a design that's showing off Rune Factory's Project Dragon. It doesn't say, hey, this is releasing this year, but I do feel like they will release the spinoff before Rune Factory 6. So there's a big chance they posted this to tease a release for Project Dragon this year. We shall see. This next tweet is from Natsume talking about the past year and what they achieved with Harvest Moon Winds of Anthos, which, by the way, was one of my favorite games in 2023, so definitely check it out. However, what really caught my attention is this. We are pleased to announce that we are working on several new titles for different platforms that will be announced through 2024. So please stay tuned. Several new titles? Excuse me? With the amazing direction Natsume is heading in, I'm so excited to see them thriving and creating new games for us to play. Keep in mind, they did say announcing in 2024, not releasing in 2024, so don't think they're just out here rushing games. We'll just get to know what they're working on, which is so exciting. Next up, we have a first look at a new festival coming to Stardew in Stardew Valley's 1.6 update, a New Year's Day Day Festival. It looks like we'll be able to maybe craft fireworks and let them off at the beach, with everyone in Pelican Town getting to enjoy them as well. Eric Barone is seriously hard at work on this new update, so I'm excited to see when the release date for 1.6 is. I know we just got some DLC for Fae Farm, so if you're a Fae Farm fan, I bet you're still playing that. However, we got a look at some artwork showing off what could be coming in 2024, and it looks amazing. We'll be going to the skies in this one, as it shows some beautiful creatures flying upwards to a fun tower in the sky. In my opinion, Fae Farm has had the most beautiful artwork to show off the game since they started posting, so I'm always excited to see it. This is your friendly reminder: if you have Ooblets and have not played the Ooblets Wintertime event, run and go play it. There's cute decorations all over town, it's snowy, and there's a bunch of limited edition stuff you can only get during the event. Things like house exteriors, Oob mobiles, decor, clothing, and accessories. Honestly, we don't even need an event to play Ooblets again because it really is so much fun. But such a fun thing like this, you cannot skip. This event is only live until January 10th, so really you need to run and play. Earlier, I mentioned the showcase for cozy games happening soon, and that just happens to be Whitethorn Winter 2024. This will be happening on February 8th at 1 p.m. on both YouTube and Twitch. Yes, if you're a content creator, you can host a watch party for this event. I'm so excited for this, specifically because it will have information on Botany Manor, probably a release date as my guess, and you all know how I feel about Botany Manor. We'll also be getting information on games like Magical Delicacy. There's going to be new game reveals as well, so mark it on your calendars. Next, we have 2 new blogs from upcoming games that gave us so much new info, so let's talk about those. Let's talk about Loftia's latest blog post first, and I'll link it in the description below if you want to go read it yourself. This is a huge update, as they start out with a review talking about some of the crazy achievements they had in 2023. They have over 40,000 members in their Discord now, and over 500,000 people following on all of their social accounts. Loftia even raised over $1.2 million during the Kickstarter, which is absolutely crazy, but honestly so deserved with all of the amazing ideas they have for this cozy MMO. One of the new gameplay elements they've been working on is salvaging, a mechanic in-game that will allow players to collect discarded and abandoned items to use for crafting, decorating, donating, and more. Here's what some of those items look like so far. They've also been working on the cooking mechanic, where the cooking and dining areas can be used together since this is an MMO and community focused. They posted some of the designs, and honestly, they're doing amazing work. I love all of the community focused skills, and cooking is always one of my favorite things, so this is really exciting. Another really cool part of Loftia is the UI design that was recently voted on. These aren't permanent, but the third photo and the first photo were almost tied with votes being the favorite UI design. I personally love both, but the third photo does feel a bit more solar punk to me to fit the vibe of the game, so I understand why it won. There's plenty more in this blog, but I only wanted to bring up one more thing: the building kits in the game. These are just concepts, but I already love the detail going into them, like the grass rooftops, the solar panels, and all of the unique designs. I cannot wait to see more information about Loftia in 2024. Next up is Puffpals Island Skies news. The devs released a pretty hefty blog post talking about all things 2023 and talking about the roadmap for 2024. I'll cover the most important topic first. Island Skies next alpha will be playable on Mac. Speaking of the next alpha, it is happening in early 2024. Yes, that means we should have a new alpha update incredibly soon. If you played the first alpha, I can bet that you're just as excited as I am for this. This update will be changing some of the things that people had the most trouble with in the first alpha, like the camera and control improvements. They'll also be releasing content in larger batches, so we can expect the first batch of those to be ready in the second quarter of 2024. There is a rough estimate for a 2024 roadmap at the end of the blog, with character customization updates, friendship, and seasons and weather updates being quarter 1 and quarter 2, crafting and mining being quarter 2 and 3, and decoration, which is a huge part of the game, quarters 2 through 4. Multiplayer is targeted for end of 2024, and all of the other things like farming, fishing, camera, quests, cooking, and everything else will be continually worked on throughout the year. I've said this before, but playing the alpha really put hope in my heart that this game will be as good as we think it will be. Keep an eye out for more updates on Puffpals in my future news videos. We don't have a ton of cozy merch releasing right now, but since we're already talking about Puffpals, we'll start with that first. Puffpals just released a new plushie for pre-order, Nacho the Fire Dragon. It is absolutely adorable, and you can get a discount for pre-ordering. I have 3 Puffpals plushies so far. They are so high quality, and I highly recommend them. Only one more merch item I wanted to mention, and thanks so much to my friend Tails for the heads up, the Stardew Valley complete vinyl set available at Fangamer. Dusty got this for me for Christmas, and it is honestly one of my favorite gifts ever. It's limited to 1 per customer, so hopefully it stays in stock for a good amount of time, but if you've been eyeing it, now's your chance. Just in case you missed it, there were a few cozy games that released in December, so here's a quick recap on the games, the systems they released on, and the price. Bug and Seek, a creature collecting game, released on Steam for $14.99. While the Iron's Hot, a crafty adventure game, released on both Switch and Steam for $19.99. House Flipper 2, a building and design sim, released on Steam for $39.99. Manita's Kitchen, a casual cooking game, released on Steam for $12.99. And last, Panorama, a city building puzzle game, released on the Nintendo Switch for $19.99. If you want a detailed list of every single game that released in December, click right here. This is the most recent news for the cozy gaming community, and if you like keeping up to date like I do, definitely don't forget to subscribe. I try my best to keep everyone up to date with all things cozy. If I missed any recent news, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be back soon with another news video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a cozy day, and God bless.